Yo, nephew, hand me that Barstool. You know what it is, and for what it's worth. You can catch me on the best corner 21st. Prime time, shine time, always in the game, never ever on the sideline. You know what it is, and for what it's worth. You can catch me on the best corner 21st. Prime time, shine time, always in the game, never ever on the sideline. Fresh and clean.
Ask yourself this question before you go to bed. If every teammate was just like me, what kind of team would this be? What kind of team would we have? You got to really own that thing. Be real with that thing. So as you go to sleep tonight, focus on that. Ali! Score! There you go, baby. There you go. Guys, when I was a kid back in the day, we couldn't go out the house unless we finished doing whatever we were told to do. We couldn't go play ball unless we finished our homework. We couldn't get into sports unless we had the right GPA and we finished doing what our parents told us to do. Everything we do, we got to finish. And remember, how good would this team be if everybody played like me? I need that killing today. I need some killing today. Oh, great punt. Get around him. Great punt. Good job. Let's go. Good job, bud. Great punt, man. What's up? We here. JT. Shady. What, baby? What? Shit.
Go, JT. Holding, man.
Let's get back to it. Everybody count on that guy next to you. And we going down there doing what we got to do.
Good job, that's it.
I love the situation we're in. We get an opportunity to see who's who. Like they beating us. We defeating ourselves. But they're doing a good job of doing what they do, so you got to give them credit. This is the quarter that we usually vanish, we usually disappear. Let's flip the script. Get him! Safety, it's a safety. Do it! Come on, Jalen!
Let's go! Good job, way to compete!
This is what we got to work together. Right here, this series right here is what we got to work together. Tight end to the fucking orange, man. Right there. Let's go. Let me see it. We go ready to score. Y'all got to hold it down, all right? Yes. You have no idea how bad I want to go for shit.
How did you do that?
You understand what you just did. You just got us 15 yards on the kickoff. Now, they're going to get the ball in some great field position right there because it's this foolishness, dog. What this is? Smart, dog. Outside. Hey, God bless you, man. Gotta give credit where credit is due. They outplayed us in many phases. Came down to the wire. We had opportunities. We fell short. If everybody played like me, how good would this team be? Answer that question all the way home. You're gonna replay it and you're gonna ponder those thoughts, but it's real. Were we smart today? Were we tough? Yep. Did we play fast? Were we disciplined? That's it. 2 out of 4, you're not gonna win, guys. Proud of you, because you fought back. You really did. But we got to learn how to do what? Finish. We learned a lot today. And trust me, we see everything. Hey, man, I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all. Touch somebody, let's pray us up. Welcome to 21st and Prime, sponsored by Heineken 00. That's beer with no alcohol and only 69 calories, big fella.
Coach, I'm going to be honest with you.
Go ahead.
Watched you playing the other day, watched the team play. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I wanted to slip you the Heineken, got that thigh in it, because...
Why would you try to get me drunk on the sideline?
I didn't want to get you drunk. I wanted to kind of help you, because you're a lifestyle.
Why you ain't just slip me to 00?
Well, I'm still waiting on the holster, you know, and so I got to get the holster so you can have it inside so you can be quick to pull it up and then put it back, you know. And so that's what I was kind of waiting on. But what I do like about it, though, is the fact that it's the 69 calories because of the taste.
Right.
Because of the flavor.
Perfect for your work and life balance. And life has to be balanced. Like a football team has to be balanced. I'm not gonna go there yet.
Okay,
I'm not gonna go there yet. We're gonna build to it. Let's finish the ad.
And we are finishing that, so we want you to take every opportunity you can to be able to enjoy a beverage that has zero alcohol, but at the same time, again, has the taste, which is most important.
And
has
only
the
69 calories.
But that
you got to look good too.
Because the taste is in the 69 calories.
There you go.
That's the genius. Coach, first loss.
Yep. I mean, man, I'm happy. I'm not happy. We needed. I'm not gonna say the dysfunction.
You needed that.
No,
can
not
I go?
the dysfunction.
Can I go, Coach?
Go ahead.
Let me tell you what I saw, Coach.
Tell me.
I saw some young men that didn't understand what it was like to be the champion. Now, they haven't won anything yet, mind you. However, the phenomena is the same about we can't be doing all these videos and all this stuff at the game. We 3-0 and not expecting that the other team was going to see that too.
Right.
And not expecting that the other team.
We got to be who we are, first of all.
Right.
We're not going to change who we are.
Right.
So we're going to have fun doing what we do.
But,
because we work our butts off, we practice our butts off, we prepare our butts off. We just got to put up when it's time to put up. See, everybody want to be that dude until it's time to be that dude.
Say that again.
Everybody want to be that dude until it's time to be that dude. Now, we had ample opportunities.
Oh, yes.
For people to make plays.
Right.
And you can't be mad if you ain't make the play.
Right.
Internalize it. Let's figure it out. Let's try to understand how can we improve at practice so the game is just a dress rehearsal.
I love, because this is about teaching.
True.
You are a teacher.
I try.
Being able to show the kids now on tape, okay, here's what happened. But beyond the tape, you got to understand how it is to be hunted.
Yeah.
You've been hunted.
All life.
All of your life.
All of my life.
But even when you got to the next level, you were hunted at a higher level when you went to San Francisco and won it.
Because you never felt like you was there. See, sometimes that's where the complacency comes. Sometimes you put your car in park and you ain't even there yet. So you got to keep on going. I've never felt like I was there. So there were always another level that I was trying to get to because I never felt like I was there. Never.
You ever try to fall in love with somebody? You know, and I don't mean
I ain't even trying to fall in love.
Let me
I don't want to fall into nothing.
Let me rephrase that, because you often do, because you have a lot of admiration or like for people. So maybe I poorly said that.
Yeah, you did.
I really like your quarterback, but I
Stop. I know where you're going. No, stop. Stop.
I'm looking at
whenever you say you have admiration and you build them up, you get ready to tear them down.
No. I have a question for you, Coach.
Okay, get.
I have a question for you.
Okay, get off my quarterback.
No, I'm just asking a question of trying to figure out how he gets to the next level. He was 19 of 50. Obviously, I think he's a great leader.
First of all, we shouldn't have to throw the ball 50 times.
Okay.
We should be able to run the football successfully, but we're not being able to do that. Yeah. We should never put that on him to throw the ball 50 times.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just saying because I'm watching the game. I mean, right away, enjoyed it. And ESPN2 loved the fact that Jackson State,
we're on ESPN.
Yes, it just
not 15, 16,
right,
17.
Right. With the
that's what we're trying to get everybody to understand. Hey guys, look, I know we're getting a lot of the accolades from it, but we're on television.
Who's weird now?
We're all HBCUs.
Oh, all
and
HBCUs.
our opponents.
Okay.
So you get an opportunity to shine. It's not just about us, it's about everybody.
Why is...
And the announcers too. The announcers, the officials, everybody involved in that game day operation is getting an opportunity to shine. Love it. Love it.
My question is, I guess, since you mentioned that, why is it so hard to accept that it's bigger than Jackson State? Why are people not understanding that this move?
Cars have been parked for years, man. Their cars have been parked for years.
What do you mean by
and
that?
they're complacent with where they are. You think they want out? You think they want to go farther? You think they want it broader? When was the last time they said, Lord, enlarge my territory? Lord's take me there. No, they feel like they're there. And whenever you feel like you're there, you ain't going nowhere else. Because you're not going to press on. I'm not built like that, dog. There's always more to get. Okay, after we hit the finish line of the game, before that game is over, I'm already thinking about the next. Thought about that game, internalized it halfway home, then I'm on to the next. Okay, what does this week's practice schedule look like?
Give me pregame, what you talked about.
What do you mean?
To the kids.
Finishing.
Okay.
I talked about when we were kids, man. We couldn't go outside until we did what? Finish.
Correct.
Okay. Unless we did our homework, we couldn't do nothing else. Unless we ate everything on that plate.
Couldn't go nowhere.
Right. Okay. We couldn't even participate in sports unless we did our schoolwork. So whatever we started, we had to finish.
Right.
And I talked about finishing because we're playing well enough to win, but we're not finishing. We're not putting an exclamation mark in the period at the end of every sentence. We're not finishing.
Do you think that, this is a tough question, but I'm going to ask it. Everybody's bought in? And what I mean by that is there's one thing to buy in verbally
I don't even like the word.
Okay.
I don't want you to buy in. I want you to be committed.
Okay. Let me re-ask the question. Do you think that everybody is? See, there's one thing to talk about commitment.
True.
You know.
You preaching.
But then there's the
you're,
act.
You're preaching.
Okay, and then the act of commitment.
You preaching.
Does everybody have the act of commitment in your mind?
The majority.
Okay.
The majority. The minority ain't gonna be around here much longer.
Okay.
Okay. The minority ain't built for us. They were built for someone else's regime. This ain't ours. The minority understand that they don't have what we desire. The minority sees the stop sign right now, and they not seeing the green light. The minority is waiting at a stop sign, waiting on the stop sign to turn green.
Yeah. That's good.
I'm serious.
Yeah. No, I see it. I'm asking the question.
So you can't ask somebody to do something that they're incapable of doing. It ain't in them. And sooner or later, you just got to come to grips with it ain't in them.
Little spelling bee here. Not so much spelling, but definition. And then we'll go to a break, and then we'll talk new segment called Now What?
Now what? I like that.
But the word standards.
Standards.
What does that mean?
I have some lofty standards.
Okay.
Jamie, half of our staff has spent ample time in the NFL.
About 80-something years to be exact, something like that. Lost track.
So what do you think our standards are? We don't have HBCU standards. We don't have Power 5 standards. We don't have Ivy League standards. We have NFL standards.
The standard.
Yes, the standard.
The established standard.
That's it.
On the field.
And off the field. I got in their butts about education. And I told them how many guys that was sitting in this locker room the previous year went pro. Nobody. So how can we not focus on our academics and our education? Because you got to be professionals. Some form of fashion. You got to be community changers, world changers in some form of fashion. You got to think bigger than what you see for yourself. I can't just think it for you. You got to embody it and think it and then present it. Standards are everything.
When we return, we're going to talk about now what? We've been talking about one particular individual in the news, and boy, unfortunately,
Who is
he's
that?
really in the news now. His name is Deshaun Watson.
Lord.
Ooh.
My son texted me something about that.
Ooh.
I see if I wish you
Coach.
would.
All right, so here's my
I wish
question:
you would.
Are you going to talk, Coach? Or is Coach going to talk about?
No,
this?
I got to.
Okay,
This is Barstool.
Okay, well, okay.
It
I'm
ain't
just
bar,
making
it
sure.
ain't, it ain't bar
Coach.
fools. This is Barstool.
Okay, I'm just making sure because this one's a little tough, a little dicey. The
No, it
game
ain't.
just changed.
I got a job to do.
Well, but
I'm gonna do my job.
Well, I'm talking about you, though. But I'm talking about what happens out is because there's money involved now, like 150, $60 million.
Well, thank God he got his. Thank God he got a contract before all this jumped off. Because this trouble.
Remember, you can catch us on our YouTube channel at 21st Prime. Of always, you can swipe up wherever you're supposed to go as far as it pertains to downloading your podcast, whether that be Spotify, whether that be on iTunes, wherever you want to go. And we want you to check out the merch.
Merch is good.
The merch is good. This new little golf shirt, little joint right here.
Check out my merch. Ain't talking about that merch. I'm talking about my merch.
But
we got some good merch.
Could I get some more merch? Anyway, we'll be right back.
I got some on live with.
Always in the game, never ever on the sideline.
Welcome back to 21st and Prime. I want to ask you a question before we jump off into now
Yes,
what.
yes, sir.
I like your mic, and I like this mic. Like, I got the gold mic. What is your platinum?
Platinum, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder who picked the gold for me and the platinum for you.
Well, you're a gold type man. This really ain't platinum, it's silver.
It's silver?
Yeah, gold comes in first, and then this silver. But
Well, they
I
said
let
silver
you call
and
it
gold,
platinum.
silver and gold. They rather have Jesus. Now what?
Now we've been talking about Deshaun Watson, and
Break it down to me. Just jump right in.
no, the
What's
bottom
going on?
line is he's being alleged. Now we're up into double digits.
No, dog.
It's double digits of, and I don't know the detail of it. All I know
Well,
is
give
that.
me what.
Well, what is it? Some type of sexual or inappropriate
Why are you
behavior.
moving like that while you saying that,
Sexual,
dog?
just kind of.
Why are you moving like that, man?
don't know.
Like, are you enjoying this segment now? What?
I always enjoy being with you, sir.
No, dog. Not why you moving like that. Hey, Gilly Wallow, y'all on rubbed off on it. Y'all talking to me, moving like.
Well, no, I think part of it is because I'm kind of uncomfortable with the subject matter.
Okay. So what
You don't
happened?
I don't know the details other than there are 10 women now plus or whatever that are alleging that Deshaun Watson, the Houston Texans' estranged quarterback, has been conducting himself in a way
Stop. This is Barstool. Don't be saying conduct
No,
himself
they
in
filed a lawsuit.
What has he done?
I don't know the detail. They just saying.
Give me the tail.
I don't.
Forget the detail. Give me the tail.
The tail is he's doing something with the tail that 10 people are saying he shouldn't be doing with the tail. I don't know what that is.
You're not getting to the nitty gritty, dog.
What
You're
is it?
sugarcoating the thing. Okay. What I'm hearing
Okay.
is it starts off with a massage, and then it goes elsewhere.
Happy ending. Sometimes.
Or beginning.
That's what he's looking for.
Or beginning.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So what?
All of them are massages? I don't know.
That's what I'm reading. I'm asking you.
I'm trying to figure.
I don't want you to sugarcoat.
No, I don't know the details. I'm trying to read in, but I know you know people.
You know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
When I read ESPN, I see it all out there, and they're alleging, and I hear a lot of alleging.
First and foremost, I'm praying for the brother. Secondly, you gotta get rid of this. You gotta get rid of this. Like, you gotta make this go away.
Wait. You mean like he's got to find a way to make 10 lawsuits go away now and counting?
This is what I'm pretty sure happened.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure someone tried to extort him. And they probably said, no, not doing that. Then somebody filed a suit. Then someone else filed a suit. Then someone else filed a suit. 10 folks don't just come together in unity for nothing. If I could get 10 folks to do the same thing, we wouldn't have lost. We wouldn't have suffered our first loss. I wish I could get 10 folks to do the same thing.
So I got a bunch of questions, Coach. So first of all, you're saying number one thing, he's got to try to make it go away, which it can't go away now because it's out.
True.
So how do you manage it now? And let's go back to
Damage control.
Okay.
You got to do damage control.
Now, does he go?
I'm sure they retain someone to do damage control.
Okay, wait a minute. Are we going to?
You know how this stuff is normally done?
Okay.
Let's tell the people how it's normally done. You got to go into the bank account. You just got broken off. You got to go into it, and you got to settle, man. Get it. If you want to fight to prove that you're right, cool. But in that fight, there's going to be casualties. It's going to be casualties.
There is no scenario at this point from what I'm seeing where you can back out of that.
Yeah.
Not
back out, but
I mean, but
you're going to take care of them. What you think they want?
All right. Well, I know what they want.
Okay.
It's always been money.
Do you want justice or you want money?
I don't know.
They got to figure out what they want.
This is uncharted territory.
No, it's not. This happens all the time.
Not to the number of 10 and not to the quarterback. Hang on. Not to the quarterback that has got the whole league's attention in the offseason about I want to trade. So I'm looking over here.
You gonna get a trade.
Then look what happened over there behind door number 4.
You're going to get a trade right now. You're going to get that. But I'm praying, first of all, for the alleged victims that they're okay. Number one, because a victim is a victim. Only thing that I hate reading and I don't like to see is someone saying they were victimized, but they performed this.
That's my problem.
You can't perform that.
That's my problem.
And you read between the lines. That's hard to force.
You can't. No, you can't force that in a massage or whatever the scenario. You can't force that. Somebody runs, goes home, does something else. And this is the problem for me with it, is there's complicity here with some of those people at a minimum. Because
keep in mind, we wasn't there.
Correct.
I know I want you to continue, but I'm just keeping in mind we
but
wasn't
there has to be just in the normal flow. But again, he's right. I wasn't there. But but one thing I know about being close to this enough of our friends, this, that, and the other, something ain't smelling right. But then the point is, you're saying you got to make it go away. Now, if he makes it go away, then perceptually in the media, that means guilt. Unless you're Ben Roethlisberger, then it means that you have mitigated some.
Leave Ben alone. Ben ain't.
No, I'm just saying that's how I went down for Ben.
Ben ain't.
That's how I went down for Ben. I'm just saying.
There's a different time, different era. It's a new game right now.
Different person.
True. It's a new. Well said. It's a different. Well stated. It's a different game right now.
Yeah. And so now you have. Well, I guess matter of fact, Ben. I take it back. We have been here before because when that happened to Ben, he was in his prime. He was very young.
Yeah, but the times wasn't.
No, the times are different.
Times are different.
But it's still. But I was saying it's unpractical. I don't remember a scenario like this where somebody's
so
young.
The times were different,
and so much more future was there. But that would be a parallel.
Someone could do like this, and it's a problem now.
Correct.
Okay,
There's
so
no question.
times are different.
Because you put too much pressure on the hand, you might have rubbed the hand accidentally or whatever. And for me, I'm a hugger.
I'm praying for both. You got to be careful with that, too.
No, I know now.
I'm praying for both parties, man.
Yeah.
100%.
But what do you do now if you're Houston?
First of all, if I was Houston a while back, I cut my losses because if you don't want to play, if you don't want, I'm from old school. If you don't want me, I don't want you. Mm-hmm. With everything. That's with any and everything. Mm-hmm. Houston was already cutting their losses, I'm certain, but they were trying to position themselves to get more worth out of the gentleman, out of the Sean. He didn't want to play here, cool. But if I tell you I'm not letting you go, that means you're worth more. So now I'm going to hold you hostage for at least 2 to 3 first-round picks or 2, a couple twos. That's what they're positioning for. Mm-hmm. They know it's over. You can't bring a quarterback in your locker room with a C on his chest to be your captain and your leader if he does not want to be there. You can't bring him back into the fold. That's over. Mm-hmm. Now, all he's done is minimize his worth and what you could get for him. That's what he's done. Yeah. He's done that.
So I love this. Now what?
Now what? First of all, legal problems. He got to deal with these legal issues.
So let me ask, okay. Does that mean that the league has to put him on that reserve listy thing?
Oh, the league's gonna play his role. One thing about the league is about our game.
Right.
They will do their due diligence, and they're gonna get to the bottom.
But I guess my question is, do they now? This has gotten so loud. Do they have to give him that?
This thing is loud.
Put you inactive while it's
when my
investigated?
son, who's a quarterback, hits me up about this. Let's talk about this. It's loud. It's loud. I'm praying for all parties, not both. It's double digits, though.
Double digits.
So all of them are.
I don't know. That's what
dog.
I'm saying. That's what I don't know.
No, that's a lot of massages, dog.
Well, you're a quarterback and you get banged up a lot.
But I mean,
if you play behind that offensive line, you need a lot of massages.
From 10 different people.
Well, variety.
There's an octopus out there.
Hey man, blonde, brunette.
Is
that too soon? Yeah, probably so. Dak Prescott.
Well deserved.
Right number?
Why not?
I'm asking.
Yeah, well deserved.
Right number. Right at 4 years. Perfect number.
4 years.
126
4
years.
years. 4 years give you an opportunity to go back.
Now what for the 2021 Dallas Cowboys? Do you see
they got a chance?
The division was horrible.
You got a chance.
The division was absolutely
you got a chance. Dak gives you a chance. Dak in that line helps Zeke. Mm-hmm. Because many people are saying Zeke is fading.
I don't believe. Tell you about. I don't believe he's fading. Oh, you don't.
I don't believe he's fading. I do not believe he's fading. I think he needs Dak.
Okay. I don't want to go back to the tape because it might.
I never said Zeke was fading.
I know, but it might.
You said.
I said a bad year. I said he's no longer the top back in the league, and you were trying to put him up as the best player in the team. He's no longer the best.
He was the best player.
He was
offensively.
Not last year.
Who was the best player offensively?
The guy who just signed a $10 million contract with Chicago on a 1-year deal.
Ooh.
That was the Red Rifle.
He was not the best player offensively. You need to stop.
Wait. Why wasn't he?
You need to go back up, though.
No, but why wasn't he, though? Because everybody got hurt on offense. Tyron Smith got hurt.
No, the receiver.
Well, that's true. The young kid.
The kid that came from the Raiders.
But again, now what with the Cowboys? You feel so? Do the Cowboys win the division?
They should.
Okay.
The division is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just get that straight.
Mm-hmm. Side note here, Jerry Jones. So they had the owners meeting, and they muzzled Jerry.
How? You can't muzzle Jerry.
That's right.
You can't muzzle Jerry.
So apparently, what happened because they were doing some kind of Zoom call or something like that. His mic wouldn't work because they were having conversations about the new TV contract, And
how can you not have Jerry in the new TV?
Well, no, he was there, but Jerry wanted to chime in. He kept hitting that button. Jerry
is the boss.
Yeah, but he wasn't controlling the button though. So apparently Jerry was trying to chime in, and he couldn't chime in.
He should have just hung up. He should have just hung up on him. Jerry should have just hung up on him and just wait. And they would have I would have hung up and put the camera on me and wait. 5, 4, 3, 2. What? I promise you they called Jerry back.
No, they did.
I promise you they called Jerry back.
After the meeting was over because they wanted to get through the meeting. Because Jerry's been known to hold the meeting.
First of all, Jerry started all this.
He did.
All the marketing.
He did.
The television stuff. That's Jerry.
He did.
Get a man his due, man.
He did. Rumors out. We'll close up here and we're going to go to another segment here. And come back with the NBA bounce. Odell Beckham. I believe you don't believe either he should be traded.
No,
but I'm amazed at how stupid people can be because you don't like somebody. You think what you saw in Cleveland was enough to do it, and they can get to the Super Bowl
because they're trying to get a couple pieces. They're trying to get a couple pieces in.
It's deeper than that, Coach.
I know it. That means he's bumping head with the quarterback. That means now that's what it is, dog. That means he's bumping heads with the quarterback, and the quarterback feels more at ease when I don't have to force the ball to him. I don't have to throw the ball to him. I know he's out there, even though he's warranting double coverage because you can't deal with him with a one-on-one. And he performed better when he was off the field. So they saying this may work long term, and in long term it will not work, but they got to see it. You can't tell me you're a better team without Odell Beckham on the field. That don't make sense whatsoever. But I pray that he gets out of there, goes somewhere else that he's appreciated.
Moving on again?
And not tolerated. Why?
But I think the team, the front office appreciate his skill sets.
No, the front office appreciate his marketability.
I think they hopefully appreciate his skill sets. If
they appreciate his skill sets, this would never come out. Somebody leaks this stuff, Jay.
Well, yeah, but they're whispering.
Whenever you hear about a whisper, it's been said loudly.
Yeah, but
they're whispering what they heard.
But the question is who they hear it from. My sense is because the organization wanted him gone, they would have moved him and got some value from him.
You throw it out there to see if there's any bites. I just went and got some lures the other day because I have yet to fish in my lake, and when I get my lures together today, I'm probably gonna go today after I cut the grass. I'm gonna throw it and see if I get any bites. But you got to throw it out there first to see what's there. then I can always change the lure.
Well, if I'm Bill Belichick, I'm buying. I got 10 teams that I know I'd be buying.
If
in
I'm
a
Bill
minute
Belichick,
for that
I ain't
guy.
got nobody to throw it to him right now.
We're going to talk
You
about
need
it
to
later
stop.
on in the week.
You need to stop.
He does have somebody to throw it to him. We're going to talk about that on Thursday's show. Absolutely. He got somebody to throw it to him. We're going to go to break, and we come back, a little NBA bounce. King LeBron. Bron got banged up, man. Hurt his ankle, high ankle sprain. That Lakers team is really looking like a Knicks team from back in the day.
Ain't nobody care about basketball to the playoffs, man.
Oh,
First of
come
all,
on.
ain't nobody care.
Appreciate you watching 21st and Prime.
Barstool Sports, baby.
We want to welcome the One Football app folks to the team. And you know, the thing about it, when you start talking about soccer and you talk about, you know, very sophisticated sport, but what the One Football app allows you to do, number one, it's just a massive, and I mean massive archive of games and streaming that you have the capacity to download or do what you will with. They got huge volumes of news coverage globally when you start talking about soccer. Some of the best publishers and journalists in the business. And more importantly, what you want to be able to do is, like, you know, we all set these news feeds and set our feeds up. This gives you the opportunity to set that feed exactly the way you want to do that, being able to personalize all of the news you're getting about the specific clubs that are happening throughout the game, not to mention your favorite players. So we want to make sure and welcome to the family the One Football app. We want you to download the One Football app for those of you who love the international game of football, as they would call it, because when you go abroad, when you say football, you go, okay, now I got you. Download the One Football app. They've been around a long time, since 2008. Welcome back, 21st and Prime. Brown's got a bang. He got a high ankle sprain. You ever had a high ankle sprain?
Yeah, I've had all ankle sprain. Ankle surgery, ankle everything.
Well, yeah, I know you had the toe thing. I know you had all of that.
I have a couple ankle surgeries.
So 4 weeks, 3-4 weeks.
That's what they say?
Is there any? No, a high ankle sprain is a high ankle sprain. It's always, it ain't 3 weeks.
Technology is different now.
High ankle sprain.
No, technology is so different. It's amazing what they're doing today.
I got to go back to what I saw, first of all, on the field, on the court. LeBron turns his ankle, plays for another 4-5 minutes.
Wait, what?
Played for another 3-4-5 minutes.
That's Bron.
I mean,
hey, man, Bron, you can say what you want, man. You can hate. You can throw the Jordan comparisons out there, which we all do.
What?
This man is like no other. He's like no other. And I appreciate him on the court, off the court, out of the spotlight. I love the dude. I love him as a father. I love him as a human being.
Yeah.
I love him in all phases. And I remember him as a young man that I went down in high school to interview when I was with CBS. And I knew right then, once I saw him, and once I saw how he conducted himself away from the camera, I said, this guy is going to go, man.
Never asked you this. Any regrets? I'm talking about when you were prime, you know. You've done a lot, and you've always done a lot, but you're not, what you're doing now pales.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Do you ever feel like I could have started earlier, or just it wasn't God's time? You don't look back.
It wasn't God's time.
Okay.
And it wasn't who.
You understand what I'm asking?
True. It wasn't who I've matured, I've developed, and I understand his voice and my calling. It just wasn't time. It wasn't time. I understand exactly what you're saying.
So, but what LeBron did say that was interesting the other day is that, I think it was before the ankle injury, is that he felt that, now he's been the front runner for the MVP. And that's what they're saying. And this would be his.
What is the MVP, man?
The most valuable
what?
Player in the league.
Okay, how can he not win?
Because he has, but that's my point.
But
he
what I'm saying is, it
times.
cannot be most valuable person, because he's the most valuable person in the league. Ratings wise, everything. That's what that means to his team. He's the most valuable person to the league. Thank you.
But how?
How many times Jordan should have won it then? Like, come on, man.
How many times did Jordan won? 6 times? I think it was 6 times, because he and Kareem, I think he's got the most. He and Kareem retired for the most, or something like that. But we'll look that up. We'll put that up there. But I guess my question is how many times do you think he should have won it? Because Kevin Durant has been in this conversation too over the course of this 12, 14-year run that they are both sharing.
Only thing,
Steph Curry, I'll give you
only
the
thing's
one.
different about KD, he sustained injuries
Right.
over time. LeBron,
But there have been seasons when, and then
yes, but LeBron hadn't missed a lot of time on court. That's the difference with those two, because KD is ain't nobody deal with. He's unstoppable. Unstoppable. Straight. I mean, you can't deal nobody. And the thing about KD, he's unstoppable, and KD ain't even went to the block yet. I'm waiting for a couple more years down the street that he go down the street and go down the street mean down to the block.
turnaround game.
Dude, come on, man.
The old Jordan turnaround game.
Man, I'm telling you, man, one of my most embarrassing moments, I took a picture on the New York Giants sideline with KD. I look like Bushwick Bill. Dog, I look like Bushwick Bill. I'm serious, man. I'm like, dang. I looked at the picture, hey, man, delete that. We ain't posting that. No, I'm serious, man. This dude is so long, man. And with handles and a three, ain't no way to deal with that. He's unguardable.
Before we get up out of here, I want to shout out to, and I want to talk about history here. Get your thoughts on history. Carmelo, top 10 player of all. Top 10 scorer.
Thank you.
Of all time, he eclipsed that.
I'm proud of Carmelo because Carmelo was out on the street for a minute, and he got back in. And once he got back in, he hadn't looked back. But thank God he got back in. But there's a lot of cats out there that have given up. Don't give up, man. Let Carmelo be your conduit to hope. And he's always been a good dude, man. I don't think I've ever had the luxury to sit down and have a conversation with Carmelo, off the court or anywhere, really.
Other than what up?
Yeah. But I respect the heck out of him, man. And the way he's dealt with off the court bull jump, family bull jump, but he's always stayed focused, man. And I appreciate him.
And the question I want to ask about him specifically is, how does history remember?
Yeah, I don't know. Who cares about history?
Well, no.
We got to stop caring about how somebody else remembers us. And how do we remember ourselves? Let's stop caring about how history remembers him. Half the time, history is wrong.
I don't know about half the time.
Half the time. What does history mean to you?
History is in the past. That's what history means.
History to me means his story.
Nice.
Who's telling it?
I wasn't smart enough for that.
Who's telling it? History is totally different.
Who's telling his story?
If you told my story, that's history.
Right.
Because you know what you're talking about.
But that's why.
If he tells my story, he don't know his story.
But that's why you're making my point why history is critically important. Because we can't allow haters or whoever you want to call it.
We should call it history then. We should call it his story.
That's fine.
Let's call it that.
Make it French then. His story.
His story.
Put that up there on the real French like and put
I don't like history. I like his story.
I like that.
And we need to tell our own stories, man.
You can't tell your own story.
No. What I mean, that's a lie.
You can't tell your own story.
That's a lie.
You can't tell your
That's a lie. New Edition told their story. Somebody else produced it, but they were right there telling their story. That's why it was very accurate, and we flocked to it, and we saw it. We couldn't take our eyes off of it. It's been a few other stories.
Here's the reason why you can't, in my opinion.
What I mean, okay, you think about no, I don't.
What I'm saying is that because your story or a Shaq story or Charles' story to me is better told so that there's no. I don't like what happens if you told your story.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get my story right. You ain't gonna tell my story. You know, that curl was not like that. My curl looked wet, but it was dry. Don't do that. Don't have me no ready for the world curl in my story. Let me go. My curl was pink in the top, gray in the back. So I had to do not do that with my story. Let me tell my own. And see, the thing about our stories, hey man, let's tell our stories while we're alive. I want to see my story. I want to sit in the movie theater and see my story, man. We got national treasures.
But why don't we make sure
we have national treasures living right now, and we waiting for folks to die to tell their story. Don't do that. I want to see a Snoop story right now.
Yeah.
We got national treasures like it It'll never be another Snoop D.O. Double Jizzle.
Right.
Man, tell this man's story so he can sit in the theater with his wife and kids and see his story, man. Did he?
Mm-hmm.
We got national treasures. And I could talk about athletes forever.
Mm-hmm.
Dog, Hank just passed.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen his story.
They did something.
Hey, when? On what? PBS?
Something like that. Or they done something.
No.
Or something.
Barstools, you know what? We got to start telling folks stories. That's what we need to do. We need to do documentaries, real hood documentaries on real story. His story. We got to patent that because somebody's going to try to take my thing. Go to break so I grab this.
Well, we can end the show right now.
Okay. Well,
that's going to do it for this edition.
Hey, Constance, make sure you
That is
patent
going to do it for this edition. Remember, we can catch us on at our YouTube channel at 21st and Prime. You can also catch us on Spotify or wherever else you download, or Google, wherever you download your podcasts. As you can see, we talk about real things. And as it stands for this show right now, it is actually history, not history. Appreciate you watching.
You know what it is, and for what it's worth, you can catch me on the best corner 21st. Prime time, shine time, always in the game, never ever on the sideline. You know what it is, and for what it's worth, you can catch me on the best corner 21st.